I have most of my intellectual prep notes done. I've got the standard here, RL 4.9, as well as the concepts that students need to know to show mastery. I also have 2 thinking maps, a flow map for sequencing and a double bubble map for compare and contrast. This is what I'd like students to be showing as they work through the standard. I have the common misconceptions. I know students might confuse theme and main or central idea. And now it's time to move on to targeted questions. Tulari's unpacking documents have question stems right here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste these into my notes. The questions include, what is the story about? What is the theme of the text? How is the theme similar to other stories we have read? Can you see any patterns in the events in the story and other stories we've read? How do the events of this text differ from other stories we've read? How is a myth different from a story? How is this version of the story different from the version from insert country? I'm also going to add a few questions of my own. Thinking about their misconception, I know students confuse theme and main idea, so I want to have a question around that. What is the difference between theme and main idea? What was the main idea in story 1? Story 2. I also know in this unit I'm going to be comparing 2 Cinderella stories from 2 different countries, so I want to use language that represents what I'm going to be asking. What were some similarities in both stories? Differences. Compare and contrast the theme in both stories. And finally, in both stories, were the patterns of events similar or different? Now I know I'm going to think of other questions as I go through my lesson. I can always add those to my notes later.